with the minister aimed at addressing the decline of the Kumawood film industry and exploring ways to rejuvenate it. Miracle Films believes that having a YouTube office in Kumasi would greatly benefit the revival of Kumawood. They recognize YouTube as a vital platform for not just musicians, but also actors, actresses, and directors. Yet, they face challenges because the absence of a local office in Kumasi limits their ability to make the most of YouTube. The company explained that contacting YouTube is difficult since all interactions must happen via email, which can be cumbersome. They pointed out that Nigerian YouTubers have the advantage of a local YouTube office following or allowing them to address issues directly and more easily. These are words of Miracle Film CEO. That's Samuel Nyamekye. As I said, he says they need a YouTube office in Kumasi. And so I would want your contributions whilst we are actually waiting to speak to Miracle Film CEO, Mr. Samuel Nyamekye, to give us more details on this. Maybe we're not too sure of it, but maybe we can get a proper understanding of what he meant. And is there a YouTube office in Nigeria, as he said? I would want for those of you who know more about Nigeria and all that, if you know if there's a YouTube office, kindly educate us, because I am not sure about any YouTube office in any African country. I don't know, but if you know, you can actually educate me on that. So yes, we're waiting to speak to Mr. Samuel Nyamekye, who is the CEO of Miracle Films. He says that we need a YouTube office in Kumasi, and he's telling his the Ashanti Regional Minister. And YouTube in Kumasi. Do you have one in Accra?
We don't, but we can still have one in Kumasi to represent the whole nation.
Is it possible?
Very possible.
I think there's no YouTube office in Nigeria. Rather, I think it's advertising agencies that they do have. But for office for YouTube, they don't have.
I was thinking South Africa, but I don't think they have.
I think in 2010 there was YouTube. They launched something like that in South Africa. Yeah. But I don't know whether it's still there.
Okay. I don't know how that will be possible. I don't know how many Ghanaian content creators churn out content on YouTube for them to come and establish an office in Kumasi. One, I don't know the basics to why he said that. I don't know, I'm trying to understand. Maybe you actually can educate me.
Setting up an office. Okay, first of all, let me start with the whole meeting. Mm-hmm. This meeting was at the auspices or the instance of the new regional minister, Dr. Amoakohene.
Right.
Because he's new person, he wants to understand the various stakeholder groups in the region and how he can help create that enabling environment for them to thrive in their trade. So he's been meeting different groups, and the actors, happen to be one of the creatives, happen to be one of the people he met. And I think after the meeting, a lot of them raise issues regarding the meeting and issues they think can help project their industry. And at the end of the meeting, the minister set up a ministerial committee,
right,
and tasked them with about 3 things for them to do. And the first they are to do is revitalizing the industry. And that's breathing new life into Kumawood, right, to restore it to its former glory. Then 2, job creation, generating employment opportunities for talented individuals in the film industry there. Then national and international recognition,
right,
positioning Kumawood for greater acclaim, both locally and globally. So they are to develop a blueprint on this for the sector. And I think this was one of the issues he raised. Okay. But if you look at the other side too, And the reason most of the reason had to do with copyright issue, like what he was saying, that because at times when you have you are uploading and you are having challenges, or you have to send emails, but it will be better they have an office where you can work and you can see Kwame Dazi with his Rasta or Abojise, so you can discuss. And if like, feely
me uploading so
what I say. And for me, international organizations and even local organizations don't just set office.
Right.
And if they have to set up an office on this base or at the back of this reason, they will see whether it will be financially rewarding. Because just this week there was a news that KFC, which is Kentucky Fried Chicken, which started from Kentucky in America,
right,
is moving like they are moving. They are like a headquarters from there to another town where they have another branch, and now people are raising issue like, this is where everything started. And why are you now? You understand?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they've looked at certain things and they realize that if we move to this side, I think doing business, cost of doing business, and other things will be so. It must come with a cogent reason to be able to convince them that indeed we need to set up. Because when it comes to copyright issues, almost the whole world people have that issue.
Of course.
So then they have to set up offices everywhere.
Every country.
I mean, the reason for the demand of the office for me is a little lighter, and it will be difficult for the regional minister to champion that agenda for them. It should have been more cogent. I mean, to be able to, even if, I mean, the intent is good regarding having the office there, the rationale for that office is a little lighter for me, which I don't think will make business sense for them. Yeah. Because if it's about copyright, they can do via email. Why do they have to set up office, logistical support, need to pay people? They won't do that. So that would defeat his demand for an office there, because they are not for that Christmas. So we need to be very realistic in our demand and ensure that sorry.
Sorry. Please,
is it the AC or is your ill health?
The AC
is not.
Don't you have any underlying conditions?
I beg you.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that.
YouTube no.
Okay.
So, I mean, for me, with this, it will be very difficult for them. They should look at, like, if you look at the points or the blueprint they are to develop, I mean, this is what will better help the industry in Kumasi. So they should rather focus on the low-hanging fruit and make that impact. And at times you don't even need to call them. When they see that there is a market for us here,
they will definitely come.
So they should look at the low-hanging fruits. At times, you're champagne while you're doing too much. You should cool down. Let's look at the low-hanging fruit. And God, there are a lot of things to do in Kumasi.
Rather, so instead of creating a UI, why wouldn't they rather create an office where they can get people who can help them
resolve some of these challenges?
So instead of maybe uploading it yourself, there's an office, you go there and be like, then they are now uploading it. They will get some small coins from you. And
I like that, because it appears most of the people are not.
Yeah, in terms of
some IT,
they are not internet savvy,
new media savvy.
Yes.
So they encounter challenges.
Exactly.
So maybe, just as Doreen is saying, they can have people who are well versed in that area to assist them. So that's another
and they should
alternative.
Collect coins. I hear me uploading movie. I 500 Ghana.
Yeah.
So they collect the money. They upload any issues with whatever it is with regards to the movie. Then they will deal with it so that you don't have to stress. Yours is to just be on location and keep putting the movies together, and then they will upload. I don't know, but
good idea. But I commend Samuel Nyamekye for now being technical savvy.
Yeah.
You know, one of the reasons Kumawood took a nosedive was as a result of they not being able to adjust to the changing times.
Right.
And they have mentioned this time and again that when they were doing the CDs, the Piamonko and all that, at a time when technology came, they could not catch up with the changing trends, and so they were left behind. So for somebody like Samuel Nyamekye, who is more or less like the pioneer of Kumawood, to tell us now, to even know that there is something called YouTube, Amazon, there is something called Netflix, to even call for an office of YouTube to be established in Kumasi, means that he's now aware of where the world is going. But he made a few factual inaccuracies, and I would not blame him too much. Maybe he didn't get the full fact, because one, he created the impression that if you don't have an office in your locality for YouTube,
I'm sorry.
So I think that is one of the reasons people cringed watching the video, was some of the things he was saying in his submission. But apart from that, I think the substance in what he was saying was that they need some sort of representation, I don't know, so that if there is an office, they can go there physically and lodge their complaints. But just as Adam said, I'm not sure even if there's an office, they will not tell you to still send an email. They will still ask you to send email. Even here in Ghana, when you're dealing with companies, they will ask you, send a mail. Even before you go to the office, you do a few things. You don't just wake up and go to the office and lodge complaints. So yes, maybe if we have a YouTube office in Kumasi, it will serve a certain interest for everybody in the nation. When we had reps for Twitter in Ghana, when Mr. Miser was the lead, we saw how a lot of Ghanaians had blue ticks until Elon Musk came and then took our blue ticks from us.
On blue tick. I'm so sorry.
So maybe if we have a YouTube office in Ghana, in Kumasi, it will come with some benefits. But in the meantime, what do we need? Are these our priorities? Are we producing the best of movies? Have we gone to the level where if somebody releases a movie in Kumasi, they will go to FESPACO or all these international film festivals and then go showcase or exhibit their films there? Do we do that? Are we at that level? I believe there are so many things that we can do for our industry, as in the film industry. And Kumawood, let's not kid ourselves. In the past, Kumawood was holding Ghanaian movie down with original stories, even though they had some technical challenges with maybe sometimes picture or subtitles. They were telling original stories. So they were more or less the hub of filmmaking in Ghana. To see it go down like that is very sad. But to see the regional minister, the new one, embark on this cause, I think it's something we should commend him for.
Right.
And I hope maybe Minister of Tourism, Culture and Creative Art to also partner with him and then help Kumawood. One thing that I also believe will help this administration in terms of culture and creative art is when those in our localities, in our communities, from regional minister level to MCEs to DCs, if they show interest, the assemblies, in the creative industry, in tourism, it will help the national agenda grow. So, Dr. Amoakohene should be commended for this one. And I'm not sure they only mentioned YouTube as the things they need.
Right.
But in that meeting. This is the highlight because it is a bit controversial. I'm very sure they mentioned other things they need as a film industry. And to me, I'm just hoping the committee they've put together would do the background checks and all the investigations and the necessary things to put in place so that they have the film industry in Kumasi come up again. And I'm very sure if Kumawood is revived, it will affect the entire nation because we have Tollywood in the northern region also doing something. Yeah. We have, do we say Gallywood? The Gallywood thing is still the work.
No, I
wouldn't.
We have Bollywood in the Volta region.
Ayekese.
Cape Coast, your friend is saying.
Okay, cool.
Oh, but they have Tollywood.
Tollywood, yeah.
Because when you go to the north, there are some film producers there doing amazing work. Even though they don't have that kind of visibility that those here have.
Sometimes I think the language barrier too. But even some of them subtitles.
But Azali,
yes.
Kwabena Jansa's Azali nearly made it to the Oscars.
Wow.
Yeah, it was considered, but they didn't pass through the final stage.
Yeah.
So Azali wasn't in Chi or in English. It was in some northern language, but it has subtitles. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful film. So yes, I think this could be the revival for the entire film industry in Ghana. And should I say, other ministers should replicate this?
That was what I was trying to say. Maybe they should.
No, when I saw the meeting, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And I'm not surprised because Dr. Amoakohene has some creative background. If you watch TikTok, you see him playing the keyboard.
Okay.
Yes. So I wasn't so surprised with him going that tangent. And to also know that
he's your colleague. you play keyboard.
As a pastor, I do. I do for leisure, not for professional purposes.
Teach it.
You
Charlie, teach musicians like us.
You see, but you are experienced. You've passed that level where we teach
I just want to add a piano to it.
Maybe we can collaborate and teach other people while you are teaching maybe vocal dexterity. I'll be doing keyboard, and then we'll be doing rap or something. So we can form a company, a partnership.
Yes,
that's all.
A partnership.
Where you teach children. I mean, you have their kids.
Yeah.
They can come.
No, but I used to do that when I was a teacher, but I don't think I can do that now.
You can.
No, I can't. I don't have the luxury of time to do that now. So, Doreen, I think that Dr. Amoakohene in the first place should be commended for that meeting. Samuel Nyamekye, I'm happy that he's realized the need for filmmakers to be IT, new media, technical savvy now, because that is what let them down in the past. But some of the things that they mentioned, I've not heard the other ones, but this particular YouTube thing, I think if YouTube has an office in Ghana, it will be a fine idea. But maybe we don't need it now. Maybe we need it. Maybe we should work harder for YouTube to see the work we're doing, to also approach us. We have so many people doing YouTube in Ghana.
Yeah.
So many content creators, the Woody Myers, the Zion Felixes, and they are doing so well just on that platform. They have cracked a certain code. And if you ask them, they tell you that there is a whole psychology to the YouTube thing.
Yeah.
My former boss, Jessica Parrott Safari, would tell you that the YouTube thing, she studied it because she had to find out which people would love what she was doing. Initially, she was posting biker girls thing. Nobody was minding her. Now she tried to do something for men. So almost all her content, the content for men. And the men, you go to her back end, and the men are about 90%.
We need the code.
Consuming. And so you want to listen. Actually, what I for do make her win the heart of the woman.
Yes.
And the woman is telling you. So you go watch.
You go watch.
Yeah, we need very, very important.
So people are doing that on YouTube in Ghana already. And they are making it. And I'm not sure their complaints are mainly about sending mails. Some of them have raised complaints about the taxes they pay because it is based in the US, and so by the time it gets down to Ghana, and I remember, I think Kujo Sheldon raised this point in an interview with BBC a few months ago. And if there is anything that we should champion, maybe we should look at that government having a conversation with some of these big companies outside the world and see how best we can rope into our businesses. Yeah, that is something that I think can be achieved, but establishing an office right here would take so much. Yeah, we're not rubbishing his point though. If it is here, if we have a YouTube office right here in Ghana, that's fine, but maybe that's not what we need at the moment.
Well, I think if they are to come, they might even choose Nigeria over Ghana in a way, because Nigerians seem to have a lot in terms, the numbers in terms of what they do compared to Ghana is more.
But we should encourage our filmmakers to be producing more, because now Peter Sodefia is doing well.
Yes,
we have all the other people producing movies.
But
Shelley is
I think
producing.
they should also just go to the YouTube. They should put their aggressively, because the thing is that if they don't do it, anybody who goes on YouTube is always watching Nigerian movies.
Yeah, we should flat the place
exactly.
And of course, some people are doing it. Aka Ebenezer and all those guys are doing it.
Danku is doing it.
Kobe Rana. Almost all his 3 or 4 movies are on YouTube now.
Kalsum Sinari is doing it. Kalsum Sinari is doing it now. I think I've seen if I'm not, Jeffrey Norte has also been
Yeah.
doing his stuff there as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
So let's put in the work and
I think Selassie Ibrahim is also
Ibrahim.
doing So,
Fantastic.
Yeah, I think that we should
Fantastic.
all rally behind them. Let's keep pushing them. I know it's not easy. I mean, Kwame, if you have to put your money in everything production about all of that, and you finish and you have to go and put it on YouTube, especially if you don't have the numbers, you don't know the code, you don't understand the community all there and all that. I mean, it can derail you. It will just demotivate you. So I'm just praying and hoping that we get to understand that language very well and do the productions for YouTube as
they
well.
also mentioned Netflix.
Yes.
And I'm asking, we've had some Ghanaian films go on Netflix.
Kwame.
The Peter Sedufias, the
Yes.
Lila Jansi films.
Yvonne Nelson.
I think Single Six or so, and
Yes,
other films.
yes.
They're all on Netflix.
Yes.
So maybe our brothers who are talking about Netflix coming to establish or having presence, physical offices in Ghana or in Kumasi, they should ask some of these people who have done it before how they did it.
That's a question.
We should consult, because if some people have done it before, it means they passed through certain procedures before they got there. How do we get there too?
Right. Very, very important. I
Yes,
think
if you
it's
don't
very
ask
important.
questions, you might not know the trade secret.
And I feel that most of our actors are going to Nigeria. They are working with the
Yes.
Nigerians, and most of these movies are on Netflix. So
Yes.
maybe, just maybe,
Yeah.
you can.
So as we wait for the offices to be established, what do? We can't just sit and then
let's go
be
and
complaining.
learn. Let's ask questions and get the right answers so we can do things. I've seen Chris Atto's latest movie 9
9
on Prime Video.
Good.
Kwame,
Good.
it's a beautiful movie. After seeing them, I'm like, what? This is it. And looking at the kind of actors in that movie, I mean, having the likes of Juliet Ibrahim, Ajita Anand.
Yeah.
You have the South African lady. I forgot her name.
Which one?
She was more like the lead character. She's I forgot her name.
Is it Lupita?
No, not Lupita, but she's she did a South African series that also, went viral. Like, she's really good. She's there. Then I see Chris Atto himself. I see Fred Amugi.
Prince David Osei.
No, Prince David Osei was not in there.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I think everything is going on around the country.
No, I know why you brought Prince's name up.
I know why he definitely brought it up.
Why you be settings like that?
I'm listing the cast.
We've not taken milk and
honey this
is it
one.
is it honey or honey?
Annie.
Anna or Anna or Anna, or is it Anna?
Anna.
Is it Anna or Annie?
Annie.
Honey,
We've not taken milk and Anna this morning, and
Yeah,
you want to
bring-
bring Prince David's name
I
into this
just wanted to
conversation.
find out whether
He's in the he was in the
When
movie
his
or
cousins
not.
are playing with his phone, why do you want to mention him this morning?
This one they're being very right.
This is interesting. Oh my goodness. But if you haven't seen that movie, go and watch it and see how good Chris Atto and his team put together. And you see the soundtrack in there was done by Trigmatic. So you see, it's like there's some vibe. Like, you're watching them, you can feel that vibe.
Yeah.
I loved everything. And they had Kate Henshaw in there as well.
Wow.
Like they were quite
Wow.
some interesting characters in the movie. So I think you should watch it. From the United States to Ghana, and
True.
it was like, it's a beautiful movie. I've seen it, and we have our own Ekuya,
Who is that?
our girl.
Which Ekuya?
Ekuya, how can I forget your name this morning? I'll find it. Because I'm in trouble.
If you don't get the full name or
Kwame,
something.
our girl who gave you the apple and you refused to take the apple, no? At Fifi Coleman's program.
Oh,
You see?
that lady.
Yes.
You refuse the apple. You don't want to be Adam.
Oh, it was. I can't talk much to this one.
Oh.
You don't want to be
I don't
Adam.
want to be like Edem Mesanto Tome.
They fear Adam.
But Doreen, one thing that maybe we've not touched on regarding film in Kumasi is also the cinema culture. It is something that most filmmakers have raised regarding the growth of film or movie in this country.
Right.
Cinema culture. I know in Accra now we've had a few more. There is one at Oyarefa also.
Yeah.
The Oyarefa Mall. There is Peter Sedufia's a recent movie. They premiered some there.
Is it a
The-
night?
yeah.
Something.
One night guest.
One night guest. Yes.
And now
I don't know the
people
situation
also
in
having some
Kumasi.
camps doing some they sleep in tents and watch movies.
Yes. Oh, that vibe.
Yeah, that vibe.
You like it?
Yeah.
You like
So
it?
I would want to
You experience it. Oh.
Yeah, but
do you want to go alone?
Lonely, alone. I want to experience it alone.
You want to be secluded, go somewhere alone, stay in a tent alone.
Obwa.
For security,
We will monitor you 24/7.
Oh my goodness. So I mean, this is a good call. I mean, we can go on and on. I'm just seeing on Facebook where Jonella has written that YouTube is feeling the heat, that they've now increased YouTube Shorts duration from 1 minute to 3 minutes to catch up with TikTok. If you're a creator, this is the time to boost your YouTube even more than Facebook.
Good. I think I saw it this morning too.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
and it means that there are opportunities for us to tap.
It is the understanding of how YouTube works. I think that is a major challenge when it comes, because everybody has content, but how to get the numbers, how to get it going on YouTube, which is the challenge. So
Me Promo, the one near Takra and Co handle.
Right.
You know they handle most of the channels for the artists.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of our artists, they are the ones that handle the management of their YouTube channel. Because they know how the algorithm works. They know the technical side of it. So if you leave it in their hands, they're able to work for you to get dividends from us. So when it comes, then they take their share. So maybe we can find some people for the movie people as well. If you don't know so much about the YouTube thing, get people who are technically inclined to help you.
Yeah, and especially educators, Kwame. Even if they can't even build the 3 years, they should get people who are knowledgeable about it. Set up a meeting.
Some people are making money from YouTube.
Kwame. People, is it not our brother has built house?
They have not seen a YouTube office before.
Big up to
Zion Felix. He's doing the most.
Yes. He built his apartments, and I mean, he's doing so much.
And Doreen, I respect that guy so much.
Yes.
He's very focused.
Yes.
He doesn't care about your insult.
No.
You come and insult him, say, why I say he doesn't care.
Can't be
he uses all those insults as capital because the engagement, everything helps him to get to where he is right now. He's done so well. I saw you. But you cannot say you'll not be there. Edem is everywhere.
You are everywhere. If you were not there, I would have been surprised.
I was watching the video, I saw Edem, I'm saying, yes. Edem a man can maso. Edem we need one can maso.
Oh my goodness.
Zion has done well.
He has done so well.
Yeah.
And I think that he should start focusing on how he can also educate people on that field.
I think he did.
Some
time ago he did some master classes for people across the regions.
Yes, I think he should take it up again. Zion said no crown
and he wasn't charging so much. He was just
free.
So I think this the new apartment, the 6th one, is for his children.
Okay.
The first one, Pax Puffer. And it's a merger of the two names.
Okay, yes. His 2 kids.
Like the 2 kids.
Oh.
Yes.
So I think he should focus on more YouTube thing and name the other one after myself and Kwame.
Now they're there now, which one are you going to name your kids by after? You get kids.
More YouTube.
Your children are going to have, give them property.
I think Zion will be very helpful to Kumawood.
For all you know, he's been providing some assistance to them. For all you know,
I think he has a very good relationship. Yeah, he knows the trade. He has a very good, connection with most of the actors. And
he's really promoted the Kumawood actors and stars over the years.
And some years ago, some of these, you need to get professionals to help you. I think it's been like, it should be like 4 or 5 years ago. And he told me he had he has signed up to a third party.
Okay.
Who
even him?
Yeah. So like, I mean, people need time you the money no go come well. You can have people to help you.
Right.
You understand? So they can seek support, professional support, to be able to enhance whatever they are doing with YouTube.
Right.
Oh, one more point. I think there is one issue that came up some time ago, that there are some people who still would want to watch the thing on CD.
Yes,
the movie on CD.
Yes.
Because the argument is that most of the people who are lovers of our films, Kumawood films, if you like, are not on new media. They are not on TikTok or YouTube or Facebook. And there are some people in certain parts of the country who still want to watch the thing. You see? So maybe in their bid to also revive Kumawood, they should look at that angle and see how best they can satisfy that group of people who have been deprived of Kumawood films for some time now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Why?
I think that's not.
Fashion, like your.
No. But why? What is wrong with that?
Fashion.
No, but when you have a CD-ROM, a CD-ROM, and you want to, won't you put it into the?
Faboom.
Oh no!
Is like your.
You can't. You can't do
that.
The
was saying pidjan in Sano, and then mommy machine.
Now they open.
And the excitement is
Kwame Adam will kill me this morning.
So Adam needs deliverance.
He needs deliverance.
You've been going to church. You manage a gospel artist.
He said this week.
But your mind is
Kwame,
so dirty.
When he came in this morning, I was trying to find out how his weekend was. And he said that he's been praying this weekend. He said he's been doing intermittent fasting. So he's spiritual this morning.
Mponye. O spiritual mponye. And you need spiritual mundi. I also sabonsam bikra.
I don't know, Debbie, were you able to sort things out? I mean, we're trying. So I think we're having challenges with our phone lines, technical hitches. So unfortunately, we couldn't reach out to someone Nyamekye, but I believe there's always another time for that discussion. You know, whilst we're speaking, I think Adam brought up something. Debbie. What do we have next? I don't know whether Adam brought something up. You Prince Davido says a very good friend of mine. It's a very, very good friend of mine. And I think he was just checking up on Ghanaians. Is he back in Ghana? No, he's not back, but he was just checking up on Ghanaians to be sure that everybody was okay and enjoying.
Is that how best to go about it?
You go give us money.
Oh, Nasu Obisa.
Was it through a phone call?
I hear they are giving everyone milk and honey.
But I went to be
24/7 electricity and market women making outrageous sales.
Just less than 2 months.
Everybody go be okay, cry.
Wow, then Ghana they be.
Big up to my brother, Prince. You know what I've noticed? He's just understood how to do politics, and he's just going about it. That's what one would say. He knows what he's doing.
Manu release apology song.
Oh, Debbie. That's all. Cousin Troy. They ain't me.
Apology song. Because we are dropping apology song. After election, no campaign. I mean, Prince is a fine actor. Politics is a very tricky area, and I mean some of those even in politics themselves at times get caught in the whole thing. So he should be very careful the way he does
sure
his
he
politics.
Knows what he's doing.
I mean,
maybe
I don't know. Maybe it's me. I don't fancy when brands are pelted with insults too much. I mean, maybe he loves it. I mean, it's fun.
He's not complaining.
Maybe he wasn't expecting the MPP to lose the way they did.
Yeah.
And, that wouldn't be surprising to see or to hear that he suffered some shock.
Yeah.
Like most of them, the MPP people. They were shocked.
He's still in shock.
They were shocked. And I'm not sure. I don't know how many months after taking over
this is about 50 something, about roughly 50 something days.
I don't know why you would want to create the impression that Bibia has a son overnight.
Because president is even yet to address the nation, and he's going to do that on Thursday.
And you see,
the first budget has not even been read.
Even on their takeoff, there are certain things that this president, President Mahama, current president, has done or is doing that show that yes, there are prospects that things will go well. We're just praying. If you compare it to what we experienced in the past administration, where Nanado more or less was not responsive to complaints and agitations and all that, it tells you that if things go on like how they've started, then we are going to have the honey and milk and everything.
But I will also urge him, I mean, that there are some politicians who've been able to carve a certain niche for themselves because of how they do their politics. They are not too partisan. I would urge that he built that aura around himself, because over the years he's been able to gather admirers from different political divides.
But he wants to become president.
Yeah, so
Yes,
I
he
mean,
said it, so he's working towards it.
Yeah, but he should think nationalistic in
Adam, I want to
nature.
believe every human who does anything has a reason.
He has a
behind
reason.
that.
Yeah.
So yes, you might feel uncomfortable because
Not at all. We
you
are at times. You could feel that the youth is tired of partisan politics, too much partisanship. I mean,
Are you sure the youth is tired?
You think?
Because most of these youth who claim to be doing things for their country, demonstrations are politically aligned, and they're enjoying now. Some of them are enjoying now.
over partisanship, it's
Adam,
not the best.
Trust me.
It depends on the individual,
Yes.
what they
Tone
want to
down.
achieve.
We've toned
I
down
think you've just known. We've
partisanship.
all known him as an actor. So sometimes when it comes,
becomes
to,
a- yeah.
But trust me, I'm sure he knows what he's
But
doing.
yeah, no, yeah, me, yeah, do.
Oh, yeah, dear, but now Prince, no, he can't be bothered, please. Now, another one, Kwame Dazi, you had the opportunity to spend time with our new GTA CEO, that's Mami Efua Hojeto, over the
Yeah.
weekend, and she said something. You asked that question. It was a heavy question, though, really heavy. Now she says the sterling performance of her predecessor, Akwesi Agyeman performance at GTA, put some pressure on me. Now, the Ghana Tourism Authority's new chief executive officer, that's Mami Efua Hojeto, has explained how the work by her predecessor has inspired her and put pressure on her to do better. She succeeds former CEO Akwesi Agyeman, who resigned after 8 years of outstanding leadership. In her new role, Mami Efua will focus on expanding and strengthening industry collaborations while advocating for sustainable tourism initiative. She is committed to fostering a culture of excellence, innovation, and exclusivity within the organization. Now, speaking to Kwame Dazi on Showbiz A to Z, she actually explained further on this, and let's take a listen to her.
The whole Kwesi Agyeman performance and the plaudits he's received, do all these things put some pressure on you?
It certainly does. But the truth is that before Akwesi Agyeman came to GTA, nobody knew him.
Yeah.
He was a low-key person at Happy FM.
Right.
He had an affiliation with Global Alliance. Media Alliance.
Yeah.
And I knew him at the time.
Okay.
Because I'd done a job with him at Ghana at 50. So yeah, I knew he was a quite unassuming man, until he came onto this. It also took a while to settle in, and he did the magic. And I think that his background in marketing and events really helped.
Right.
And I believe that I pray to God that I'm able to do same and even more because we have similar backgrounds.
Right, so that was Madame or Mami Efua Hojeto. You heard it, and she said it puts pressure on her. I am not surprised about that, because considering what we have all experienced the past 8 years, sometimes you would want to ask that what is left for me to do.
Charlie?
But I want to believe that before the position, she understood the language, she understood everything that was going on, and she definitely will be prepared. But yes, it will come with some sort of pressure. But Kwame, you were speaking to her, probably your first interview with her.
First time meeting her.
Yes, and how was it like with the conversation? And then,
Mami Efua sounded very, very confident, but a bit relaxed. She was jovial. She was, how do you put it? The conversation was one that was very honest, if you like, because for somebody to admit that yes, she even called Kwesi Agyeman and said, "Oh, you've done well."
Yes.
For bringing the tourism sector to this point, you've done so well, and I hope that I will have your support to also take it to the next level. Means that this is somebody who is very honest, regardless of her political background.
Right.
Most times when people are doing politics, they want to take the credit for themselves. They don't want to let people who have done well know that they've done well. But this woman acknowledged that she called Kwesi Agyeman.
Yeah.
And the work that Kwesi has done, yes, put some pressure on her. And if you are anybody, any manager who is coming to occupy this position that Kwesi has left. Charlie, pressure go day on top.
And not a man as such, but a beautiful woman.
Yes. Pressure will be on you. So I am happy that she admitted that yes, Kwesi has done so well. She has to fill in the shoes and then also make sure that the tourism sector does better. That alone to me means that she's ready to work and she's ready to also listen to other people. There are people who don't want to take advice or counsel from anybody. But if you are working with people, you need the ideas. You need the ideas of the people in that office, ideas from people like the media or other stakeholders of tourism to thrive. And I'm happy that she is ready to listen. She's ready to work with people. And I remember Jonila even sending in a question that I read. Jonila asking that, what about content creators like them who go around blogging and taking videos and reporting on tourist sites?
Right.
Jonila has been doing this with other creators. And she said, yes, they do it for traditional media. They do it for Joy FM, for other media houses who are tourism inclined. Why can't they do it for content creators? So Jonila should send in his proposal.
Right.
And I'm very sure it's not just him, but any other person who blogs about tourism on new media can just go there and have some partnership with them. Because yes, whether you like it or not, people on new media now, they have the audience. If somebody Woody Meyer puts a video out there, everybody is watching. Right. So I think it's a good idea for her to say that she's welcoming people like Jonila to come in with their proposals and then they can have some partnership. I think it's something that we should commend her for and look forward to having bigger things from her office. Yeah.
Right. Sounds really good. And Adam, have you met her before?
I've not met her before.
Oh, so well, I've known her from the days of
surprisingly, the first time I heard her name was when she was appointed.
No, I've known.
For me, I was seeing her.
I've heard.
I've
met her.
Election, okay.
Yeah, I've heard. I mean, I've spoken to her. I've heard about her. Like back then when I used to do all my entertainment, like when there's anything, you reach out to her. She's always ready to speak and all that. So
and she's been around for a long time.
Even Ghana at 50 or so.
Yes.
She was involved. I mean, when it comes to brands and others.
She's run a tourism company before with her husband.
Because I know a lot of people will question, who is she? When did she come and all that? Trust me, she has been there.
Yeah.
Like she's
low-key.
Low-key, she's worked.
Yeah.
So, I mean, let's just get ready for another ride.
Yeah, and I'm very happy she admitted that some level of work has been done, because I mean, if you look at the I'm sure she's read it. If you look at the tourism report 2023 and the new one which will be ready by March, that's the 2024 tourism report.
I want to read that report.
Yeah, I think there has been so many fantastic things which has happened to Ghana tourism, because you know that in 2019, from 2019 2020, we had our tourism, not only Ghana, but it's like the world over, plummeting because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And as a result, we had some crazy decline in tourism. But, I mean, that post-COVID-19, if you look at, in terms of the recovery, I mean, there has been some strong recovery in the space. And that, I believe, needs to be continued. Like Mr. Kwesi Agyeman, in his forward in the report, he says that he believes that even the success we've chalked is like a foundation for us to continue. And he believes that they will continue to focus on what he calls the 3 C's, which is the collaboration, creativity, and committing to some of the things they have put in place. So I really want to believe that the figures we've seen from if you use 2019 as a base, we will be able to keep rising. Even in domestic tourism has seen a rise from, if you look at where we came from the COVID, post-COVID. And if you look at the international scene, there has been some level of rise. And also, if you come to some of the tourist sites, I mean, a lot of them have seen facelifts, among others, and we need to be able to, push forward. And one interesting tourism, which is now making waves, if you read the last report, is cruise tourism, where people are going in that area. And I'm very happy that Abeku Santana's Kaya Tours is one of...
And Mamefua was the first person to do cruise tourism.
Awesome.
Wow.
She mentioned it.
Yeah, I say she knows the industry. She's been in before, and if you look at all the indicators in the sector, they point to the positive. And I think, like she said, she could do same or even more. That tells you that there has been some level of good work done, and even if she wants to do same, that's a mark. So, like she said, many people didn't know Mr. Akwesi Agyeman, his capabilities in tourism, until he came there. So now, even though she's in, many people think she's an outsider. Now that it's established that she's an insider, that even puts more responsibility on her shoulders. Because if you are one of us in the tourism sector, she should be able to lift the place. But I'm really happy about the kind of appointment in the tourism sector, especially if you look at the Ghana Tourism Development Company too. There is Professor Kobe Mensah, an astute professor of political marketing, senior lecturer at the University of Ghana. He's also taught me before. And it's like we really want to package tourism, and I want to see that reflect in the various numbers, among others, in the ensuing years. Because we say government is a continuum, then it means that we need to see like some level of growth from what has been done in the past. And I want to see similar appointments in the creative space, because we have the creative art agency among others.
Waiting for that appointment.
We there is a certain delay in the creative art
agency.
No, like the movements. Because the reason tourism is always ahead, but if you even read the tourism report, when you look at the area of the cruise tourism, it tells you that cruise tourism, there are three things. One of the things that cruise tourism thrives on, one of the three, which recreation is part, one of the three is entertainment. So it tells you that, creative and tourism, they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, tourism is in the lead because there is an established fundamentals. Like the GT, look at the year GTA was set up.
Yeah.
GTDC. And they have GATOF and some other industries like association in there who have been captured by the law and have been given the necessary enabling for them to thrive. But if you come to the other side, which is the creative, we have now even finished with our Creative Art Act 1048, which has not been operationalized. And as part of the operationalization, if we operationalize it, it has to, like the way GTA has offices across the country, that is how it has to decentralizing creative arts to other areas. Then, if you have all the setup well and up and running, then you get to benefit from all the other benefits. Well, tourism, GTA is not only tapping from the levies they collect, there are other international support, like the refurbishment they did. That was a certain World Bank grant. And when you listen to Mr. Amoakohene Mante on his amphitheater, when
it was that grant.
There was
a tourism grant.
It means that we need to put your home in order. To be able to tap some fundings both internationally and locally. And that is where our issue and it is why it also shocks me that the creatives were not clamoring, putting pressure on the necessary quotas to ensure personalization of the creative art act.
But we did. FOCAB was doing. Other individuals were also speaking up.
That key, key stakeholders.
FOCAB nearly went for demonstration.
They didn't once. They didn't.
But they were called and they say, okay,
some key stakeholders.
Yeah.
I mean, key players looked like informed. But if it's a certain sector, you see them tweeting. What shall I say? Uncle Prince one tweeted that. But I'm sure now he wants to see the sector develop.
You cannot be mentioning my
he never cared about the
like
state
that.
of the creative art. You understand? Yeah. So we need, because we need to be quick, because if you cannot have what do you call an industry? An industry certainly is a group of people who are doing same trade, but backed by a certain form of regulation. So if you do not have, even though we have one or two regulations from somewhere, we need to own, because you need to have somebody thinking about you. So there's an agency, when they wake up, all they are thinking is the creative art. What can we do? And that is what has happened to tourism and why we see them moving on. So I really believe that this government will not play lip service, but will ensure that we have a certain running creative act authority.
They would have to get an office first. Because
so
now that Jankuma has gone out, has left with her office.
Why did the office go home?
Why did she?
But she was the one that went to ask for the office. So when she was going, and then according to report, she says she finished the place with her own money. So she took everything away from the place, and the owners of the place, the Bureau of Ghana Languages, said, okay, so the woman was the one that came for the offices. She's gone, taking all her things. So it means now if you want the office again, maybe you should come, let's talk about it again.
Okay.
So as of the time, office
but Ghana Information Tourism Center,
Ghana Accra.
I don't know if there is space for them. That was where, when it was Creative Arts Council, that's where they were lodged.
I don't know.
But as of now, NFA is still there. It's there too. NFA is there, the same Attic place. Yeah, as we speak now. Yeah, NFA is there. NFA is there.
Who sent this message?
Why?
NFA is there doing what? Why?
Doing what? I said NFA is at the
no,
Attic.
You didn't get, somebody sent a message that they are there doing what?
And they are there doing what?
They are working.
They are working. They are
I didn't know.
You know. Sometimes if we listen to the people who head some of these institutions, we get to understand their work better.
The film fund,
because I've attended about 4 or 3 of
I've been
of
to their
yes
film festival.
Even apart from that, when they give out funding to about 3 or 4 filmmakers,
right?
I went there to cover. So sometimes
The fun.
Miss Michiano.
No, which year?
Oh, just last year. Last year. There are reports on it. I wrote articles.
And you went for
it.
the festival too?
The summit. I went for the summit. Which festival is that?
The Black Star.
No, I didn't go to Black Star, but I was at the summit.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
The Black Star International Film Festival.
Right.
The one that Juliet started.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't go there. Okay. But still, Ghanaian film industry is called Black Star Film. The Black Star Films. Yeah. The one George Quay fought against.
Is it the logo or the...
No. You remember they formed a committee to name the Ghanaian film industry as Black Star Films.
Yes.
And some people said no. George Quay even wrote a petition.
Yes.
Change.org. And they sent to the minister then, Dr. Awa. And Doctor said, oh, you wait, we will resolve the issue. You go to Wikipedia and Black Star Films is there.
Ooh,
oh, it's still there. We are still Black Star Films. Black Star Films. Oh. George Quay.
After the Black Star
George Quay, change.org and change.
Oh. After Black Star Film,
that's it.
And then you pay YouTube about your office for
YouTube.
No, that's anything that can be sending now your processes. So now when we have an office, YouTube office in Kumasi, then gradually the Black Star is being protected,
right,
for the film industry.
A country called Ghana.
Interesting. interesting. But for me, I'm just waiting to see what Ifwa Hojeto has, and of course, what she's also going to deliver. I believe that it's a new win. Let's just keep our fingers crossed, and let's wait to see how things will go. And let's get ourselves involved as well, especially the creatives. As she said, Basa, if you have something that you think is best for the industry and you can send in your proposals, do well to do that. And I believe if you listen to Kwame last Saturday, you could actually also tap a thing or two from there. I'm sure it's on YouTube, isn't it?
Yes. It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Joy
too
FM
as well.
page on YouTube.
You're right. So go on there, go and check out everything about the show. And I believe this is the time let's just get ready to wrap up. We have just about 4 minutes. Now, are you ready to get way more chances to win with Betway? Every single day, you have the key to unlock 5 free spins on Mega Money Wheel, where you stand to win a massive 1 million Ghana cedis jackpot. So what are you waiting for? Log into betway.com.gh and take your spin. All thanks to Betway. Remember, terms and conditions applied. Is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Betway gets way more. Okay, and next time you fly from Accra, why don't you fly better with Emirates? In Emirates economy, you can get a taste of your destination on board with complimentary regionally inspired meals, and as you savor each course of delicious gourmet cuisine at 40,000 feet, you can toast to new adventures with complimentary beverages. It's the perfect way to start your holiday, and of course, you can expect world-class service along every step of your journey. You get so much more in Emirates economy. Enjoy more convenience and flexibility with over 140 destinations within the Emirates Global Network. Find out more at emirates.com, and yes, you're good to go. And also, it's not outside. It's outside in the air. And the heat is getting to you. You're sweating, you're tired, you're hot and very uncomfortable. Yes, you want something cool, refreshing, and nutritious. You look around you as the rays of the scorching sun hit the sleek exterior of an elegant Bettermalt glass bottle, and you have a sigh of relief because you know you're about to taste richness. Whether it's hot outside or a rainy day, every day is a good day to enjoy the rich taste of your favorite 100% true malt fortified with vitamin C. It's not just a drink, it's an experience. So grab a bottle of Bettermalt now in a sleek glass bottle. Enjoy the delicious and refreshing taste of richness. You see, the Bettermalt, they have a glass bottle, so check them out as well. Now, are you ready? Your Fufu party, hashtag Tim. As we celebrate the achievement of our Ghanaian independence and heritage, let's gather around a bowl of fufu in reflection. The Adum TV Fufu Party 2025 is a must attend with family, friends, and colleagues on the 6th of March 2025. Venue is Adum TV, Fanofer Street, Kokomlemle, and the time is 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. It is totally free with your ayua and your mouth to enjoy your delicious fufu. Come and eat while you enjoy the performances of many artists. What soup do you prefer with your fufu? Join us to crown Ghana's independence with our annual fufu party alongside all kinds of soup. 6 a.m. prompt, fufu will be served. It is the Adum TV Fufu Party 2025. Hashtag Tim. All you need is your ayua. So please come with your ayua and come and eat fufu on that day. And then, when politicians want your vote, they do campaign tours. After campaign promise and election victories, they do thank you tours. Do politicians ever go back to the citizens to ask them what their expectations are? And do the citizens get to engage government about issues that matter to them? For the first time ever, the CDD Ghana Citizen Expectation Town Halls train will travel across the country, collecting and collating the expectation of citizens of their government. From the 25th of February to the 20th of March, follow the 10 regional town halls and the 4 town halls for the youth, women, people living with disabilities, and the aged. The town halls will be crowned by a multi-stakeholder conference where collated citizen expectations will be discussed and present to the government. So join the conversation now and share your expectations on CDD Ghana's social media platforms using the hashtag #CitizenExpectationGH from the 25th of February till that's 25th of February till the 20th of March 2025. Just follow the Ghana Citizen Expectation Time